Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars. Super excited to bring you guys another Southern gem all the way up from Virginia. This 2011 Prius is in beautiful condition. It's only got a couple small cosmetic flaws, which we'll go over in this video, as well as all the evidence of how much it was loved by the two owners that it had down in Virginia. It's got 124,417 miles on it, and it is, again, extremely clean. Take a quick peek underneath before we dive into the video. It is absurdly rust-free under there, and we'll get that from a bunch of different angles, too. So the point of this video is to show you the few small flaws the car does have, so make sure you watch the whole thing. We send about 35% of our cars out of state, and quite often, as far as we did Albuquerque, New Mexico, Boise, Idaho, Corpus Christi, Texas, they go far. And of course, we don't want you locals to be surprised either when you come in here and test drive it. So we like to make sure that you know every little thing about the car we can show you. So we'll start up front here. There's this little chip. By the way, there might be things like this that I miss. You know, I do my absolute best, but as much is shown as absolutely possible. So the headlights, they're not quite as clear as they were when it was brand new. And I'd say the paint probably isn't, and it's about 98% as shiny as it was new. I mean, you could see my hand, you could see the clouds, you could actually see that yellow thing that's, well, maybe not. I was going to say the sun, but it's a nice day anyways. But very shiny, beautiful paint. There's like a tiny ding right there and there, I just noticed. Nothing that really jumps out. There's these little scratches right here. This jumps out, but in a good way. So the two most expensive tires money can buy, kind of like the Coke and the Pepsi, the top of their game, in this size would be a Bridgestone or a Michelin. And Bridgestone is known to make, this is called the Ecopia. This is a gas mileage friendly tire. This is about $125, $130, $140 for these tires each. And tires can be had for this car at like $50 each. So this is a really good indication, and so is the rest of the car. We'll get there. But when somebody spends this kind of money on tires, when the car is clean, it's got, you know, no, we don't buy cars that have any kind of, you know, drama like warning lights or broken stuff or anything like that. We buy the cleanest stuff we can, and this one is on top. It's a cherry on top. It's just, and it's got Bridgestone tires on it that still have the little fuzzies. They've got about 95% of their tread up front, and about 95 or almost 100 in the back, and we will take a look at that together. Some scratches on the plastic wheel cover. A perfectionist could pop these off and paint them if they wanted, but it's a good, you know, good honest car, and is what, you know, what's to be expected of, gosh, I guess it's almost a 15-year-old car. So a couple super light little, I don't even know if that's a scratch right there. Again, excellent sign it was cared for. Its brakes are perfect, front and rear. It drives beautifully. No drama to speak of. There's this little chip right here, a little scuff right there, a couple very light scratches that might even polish out. The roof, by the way, usually by the time a car's this old, the paint is totally faded on the top. There's only just a few spots which are really hard to show. I'm committed though now. I want to try to show you. Maybe not. So I guess that's a good thing, right? If you could barely see it. But there you go. Right here where my finger is. You see how there's ever so slightly, it's a little bit dull. That's just from, again, where this car is from in Virginia, they get about 14 inches of snow, and they get like 165 hours of sunshine in December versus Rochester's 77 hours of sunshine in December, and we get about 120 inches of snow on average since about 1865, if my stats are fresh in my head. So for all the sun it took, this roof is in absolutely great shape. You can see the clouds, the sky. My hand, it's still very shiny. You could actually see in my hand in that picture the little bit of fade that I was so desperately trying to show you. But just absolutely remarkable condition. As promised, the back, you know, all at 95% of the tread. Still got the little fuzzies on it from the manufacturing process. Out back, we have a little drama. These often hit garage doors. There's this little chip here, which this car still has to go to the shop. You know, once it's purchased, it'll go to the shop for a full synthetic oil change, New York State inspection, all that jazz. We'll probably get that touched up for you. There are some scratches on the back bumper that have been touched up, and you can see there. And since we're back here, it's a great time to show you. This is remarkable. And there's actually a short on this channel where I show you guys underneath a Rochester Prius that was traded in, and just how rusty a Rochester car is. Don't worry, that car was not sold to the public. It was dismantled for parts and recycled. Or just, you know, go to like a Wegmans parking lot and look underneath another Prius. This is remarkable. That bar right there on most of these cars, by the time it's even 10 years old, That bar is all like crusty and the paint's falling off of it. This is, you know, without being facetious, like a Rochester 2023. I mean, probably even a 2024. It's amazing what the absence of our brutal winters does for a car. It's incredible. So these cars are known to last forever. They can do so if they don't rust out. This side of the car has a little bit of drama compared to the other side. Little door ding with a scuff right there. Really light scuff right here. I'm not sure. That actually might be something that rubbed onto the car rather than paint that rubbed off of it. And there's a good chance that'll buff out. You could barely see it. So that might be gone when you come to see the car. Little scratch right there, and just little door dings on this side. That's probably a spouse car because it's the same color, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just those little tiny places where probably a spouse car leaned against it. So that is it for flaws. There's pictures of the door bottoms, which have absolutely no rust. There's a good shot of like the subframe and all that jazz. Might even be able to get you brake lines. It's a Prius, so they're covered, never mind. Inside the car is a real treat. It's absolutely beautiful. There are some flaws in here. I'm going to try to show them to you. The carpets are just about perfect. For whatever reason, my phone picks up like the difference in the nap, but you know, it makes it kind of look like dirt. In person, this is just like sun faded, worn a little bit. It is not dirty. It's an extremely clean car. It showed up very clean. Little piece of a leaf there. There's some marks on the armrest, and there's, I think it was coffee or some type of drink that they had, because there's similar marks on the center console, which we'll get to. Passenger seat is in beautiful shape. There's a little scuff, little staining right there. We might be able to get that out, might not. Driver's side carpet. By the way, underneath the carpets are in great shape too, as you see. The floor mats. This is an indication that this person routinely cleaned this car, because over 124,000 miles, you know, I mean, even if you live in a condominium and you valet park everywhere you go, it's impossible to keep those very, very clean for this age. And it's, you know, obviously we clean them when the cars come in, but they have to be routinely cleaned to look that good. You know, and to take a shampooing. So that's absolutely incredible. Back carpet's in great shape as well. There's a divot on that one where it looks like perhaps there was like chewing gum or something. A little scuff on the back corner of the armrest. And the bulk of, or I should say pretty much all of the big flaws, there's this stain here. To me, that looks like they put something, you know, against the seat. I don't know. And some discoloration on that one over there. A little discoloration on the seat belt. Just be aware of that. That probably did jump out in the photos. Out back here we have a privacy mat, which is really cool. This like locks in here, and then your cargo is underneath it, so when you shut it, people can't see it through the windows. Those seats, of course, fold down, and it's a big competition to see the craziest thing you could fit in a Prius. I've seen like motorcycles, hot water tanks. They're very versatile cars. Inside here, and there's a picture of it installed if you want, there is a WeatherTech all-weather mat, which will be super, super helpful. Absolutely beautiful car. We will look underneath the hood, and then I'll show you guys the features inside, and we'll take it for a ride. Let's see here. So it's everything you should expect. It's got the right coolant in it. That's a good indication that it's been maintained. Like all of our cars, it'll come with a full synthetic oil change, filter change, all that jazz. Let me just close this door and we'll go inside. So the big thing in these is safety. Built into these Prius is what's called vehicle stability control. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety stated in 2000 that if every car was equipped with that in the United States, there'd be 10,000 less single car fatalities, meaning a car goes off the road and crashes into like an object rather than another car. There'd be 10,000 less fatalities like that per year if every car had that. This car does have that. It has, you know, anti-lock brakes, traction control, and skid control, vehicle stability control. So if you swerve and then swerve back, the car's not going to just fishtail and lose control. It's of course got power windows, power locks, power mirrors. It's automatic. It's smart key with cruise control, some type of phone connectivity, obviously Bluetooth, but not definitely not streaming audio. I could show you how to add that for 15 bucks down here. It's got 2 of the smart key fobs, if I didn't already say that. And again, none of our cars ever have warning lights or anything like that. But you know, no issues to disclose here. 124,417 miles. And one more thing about safety before we go. It's got 7 airbags. So it's got 1 that comes down and protects the passenger side occupants' front and rear's heads from the glass, front passengers' hips and ribs from the door. So that's 1, 2, 3 is for the glass on this side, 4 is down here, 5, 6, and then number 7 is down there for the driver's knees. So it's got everything possible to make sure you don't crash, and then everything possible to make sure if you do, you're protected. It's just a wonderful car that way. So the best thing about these cars is the way they drive. Probably the best way to describe it is peacefully. So unlike pretty much any regular automatic car, they don't have a regular transmission. You never feel, you know, the engine and the transmission like connected, vibrating through the car, because the engine is connected to the wheels through a series of motors that can double as generators, electric motors that can double as generators, and a planetary gear system. So just that isolation from the internal combustion engine and the feeling of electric propulsion just makes these so absurdly smooth, and they are by no means slow like their reputation. I'll actually put it in power mode for you here, and as you see, it's nice and quick. The road did just get paved. That's what all that noise is. It's the country, so they put down oil and then they put a bunch of tiny stones on it. So it's going to be this way for a while, but there you go. We're going highway speed, hand off the wheel. As you see, the car drives, my hand's still off, drives perfectly straight. We're going 60 miles per hour. Let me zoom out for you here. Now I'm going to get on the brakes really hard. No shakes, no shimmies, no rattles, no drama of any kind. Just an absolutely beautiful, I should say, driving car. So I'm going to go into the intersection, turn around, and come back. If you come to test drive, which we certainly hope you do, you could do a country block. It's pretty rural here. We're just outside of Brockport. We're on the outskirts of Brockport, New York, which for you out of state, that's the way northwest corner of New York State, opposite New York City, between Rochester and Buffalo. So here we'll go again up to highway speeds, and I'll take my hand off the wheel. Let me straighten out here. There you go. So hand off the wheel, highway speeds. Just absolutely, that's following the crown of the road there. There we go. You can hear the stones from the road. Sorry about that, but it just drives absolutely wonderfully. So if you've seen enough and you want to buy this car, you can do so through the website, www.pellacars.com, or just give us a call, 585-771-0111. We would love to meet you in person and have you drive it. And you are more than welcome to set up your appointment either of those two ways. Now, if this video was just helpful for your car shopping and you don't plan to buy this car, and you want to give it a thumbs up, we'd be grateful. We do see those, and again, we're grateful for them. It helps our business grow on YouTube. And if you want to see a bunch of other videos like this, and also some cool stuff, that's a diesel right-hand drive Toyota Crown and another Toyota Crown next to it, both imported from Japan. We're even going to start doing some classic American cars here soon. So if you just like these videos, by all means, you're welcome to subscribe. Thank you so much for your time, and hope to meet you soon. Take care. Bye.